patrons. Iron Vet says, how's everyone doing? How's Odin? I'm doing well, at least better shape than Mr. Harloff. Hope he's getting better. Whoo, man. Oh, Harloff went off on a just, oh my gosh. I've never seen someone so entitled in my life. Well, I never did get to go, and I've been, busting my ass defending Star Wars. Man, I didn't get to go. I wasn't invited. Man. And what was even better was he was fighting with his producer, and his producer saying, wait, so you're not going to cover Collider content on Collider? He's like, no. And I'm like, okay, so you're throwing a hissy fit, and then your producer is showing just how crappy Collider is in general because of the fact of them covering this nonsense. It was just, the fact that the cracks were starting to show and that Collider was revealing itself to be the shill machine that it was. Oh, it was beautiful to see. And it's sad because Christian Harloff used to be such a cool dude. Like, seriously, when it was just the schmoes, when it was just two normal dudes before they got picked up and got all, fancy and got all corporate and bought out, they used to be really cool peeps. And now it's like, great, now I can't listen to a damn word you say because you are just as entitled as any Hollywood elite and as any mainstream critic. It was, oh man, it was both satisfying but also sad because he used to be so good. Starting off with a super chat. What's up, Echo Base Network? Says, thoughts on the Christian Harloff meltdown on Collider about not getting invited to Disney Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Just talked about it. I thought it was a hissy fit being thrown by a critic who has gotten too big in his own ego. He's gotten too big in his own ego, and I think that Collider has not helped that. I think that what it shows us is that Collider itself is nothing more than a shill organization, and that it is creating an atmosphere for these mediaites to think so highly of themselves because of all the clicks and all the views and all the sponsorships that they have, that they honestly have lost any semblance of what they used to be. They used to be good people. They used to be solid sources. They used to be people that you could trust. At least the schmoes. Because again, I remember watching the shows like, what, 5, 6, 7, 10 years ago when they first started off, when they were just two normal dudes. That's why they were called the schmoes. They're everyday schmo people talking about movies. And then all of a sudden they got the press passes and they were still acting like schmoes. But then as soon as they got picked up by Collider, as soon as they started getting all these promotions and everything, and got picked up by a network, etc. I mean, it's just been awful. It really has been. And that, to me, the Christian Harloff meltdown was both good and bad. It was good because it showed us clearly that Christian Harloff has proven himself to be a whiny shill who expects everything to be given to him because he's like, I've been shilling for you, and so therefore you owe me this. And then it also helped to expose Collider behind the scenes with the producer saying, oh, well, you got to do this because, this is part of your job, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, dude, Christian Harloff is one of the owners. Christian Harloff is one of the reasons why you even have Collider being as successful as it was. Without the schmoes, Collider would be nothing. Let's just be honest for a second. If you think that those other personalities like Roka, if you think Roka could actually hold down the fort without Ellis and Harloff, good luck with that. Oh, good luck with that. I would love to see them try and do that. Soul Assassin says, Christian Harloff textbook definition of a man baby. Yep, pretty much. Nah, I have been shilling for Star Wars forever. I deserve to go to Galaxy's Edge. Sure you do, bud. You used to be worthy when you weren't a giant shill crybaby about it, but you know what? Not anymore. The Senate says the Harloff meltdown was incredible. I laughed my ass off so hard. I mean, I was watching the footage and I was just like, this was a once great man. This was a once great YouTuber that I respected, that I looked up to. He was one of my inspirations. And now he is whining and complaining because he wasn't given something. And then on air has a fight with his producer. Which, by the way, makes it clear that if Collider for any reason, which they won't, by the way, but if Collider for any reason was like, oh, we want different opinions on here, I'd say, screw you, bud. Because seriously, screw you, man. God. So stupid. Tina says, I didn't even know who this dude Harloff was before today. Now he's another one for me to point to and go, ha ha, ha ha. Nelson style. I get what you mean. No, again, he was part of the schmoes. He was the schmoes no. Schmoes no used to be great. It was just two regular dudes, married with kids, just talking about movies. It was great. And then they went corporate, and as you can see, now they've become just so full of themselves. It's ridiculous. Stevie J. Moo Review says, Karloff's producer was unprofessional too. Shill versus Shill, I have to laugh. No, seriously, his producer was so unprofessional. And it's funny because it's sad because the producer was saying, oh, we can, oh, you're the one that brought this up. You're a producer, dude. You should be saying, hey man, let's save this for later. Hey man, let's get back to the topic. Hey man, let's move on. Instead, he was like, oh, let's have this out live on air. This is good television. This is good. It's all about the ratings, guys. Because guess what? Us talking about this right now is sending so much traffic over to Collider because everyone's going to be like, oh my God, what happened? What happened? Don't go there. Don't go to Collider. Don't give them the clicks. Don't give them the views. Because this has now exposed them. You can go to a site like Bounding Into Comics. You can go to any one of those sites, and they'll have all the information that you need right there, embedded in their site, and then you don't have to give a damn thing to Collider. You can get all the information that you need there, or in plenty of other videos. In fact, I would recommend Drunk 3PO. Huge shout out to Drunk 3PO. Go check out his channel. He has the video in his video. Watch it there, because then Drunk 3PO gets the view. And Drunk 3PO does some really excellent coverage. He's the one that kind of broke the story to be, in the first place. I'm sure other people were talking about it, but as far as YouTubers that I follow, he was the first to really, like, hone in on it. And man, oh man, it was a really sad thing to see at the end of the day.